Welcome back, students. The topic for today's discussion is in data handling. I will be discussing you about debugging. Welcome back, students. The topic for today's discussion is debugging. Debugging means we are trying to remove the error in coding when we type some kind of erroneous. We will be making some erroneous mistakes, and these things has to be rectified. And the erroneous mistakes which we make in the program development, we categorize as and we categorize these things under what is that, 4 subdivisions, namely compile time error, 3 subdivisions, namely 3 subheads, sorry, 3 subheads, namely compile time error, runtime error, and logical error. See here, compile time error, that is when I am trying to run the program, the system, that is the high level language, is trying to get converted to the machine level language. Here in Python, it is getting interpreted. When the line by line conversion takes place, if it finds any error in the syntax, that is when it is unable to translate something properly from the high level language to the machine language, we call it as a syntax error. For example, here in syntax error, I have given you 2 examples. These are 2 examples which we come across. You do have many examples here. The first example, let me highlight the syntax example. Syntax error. In compile time error, you do have syntax as well as semantic error. With respect to syntax error here, actually the correct statement for this one will be x equal to y into z. This would be the correct statement. Whereas the person, after learning the algorithm, they have used the symbol which is used in algorithm. For assignment, in algorithm, we will be using this symbol. This will be used in algorithm for assignment of an expression. Whereas Python requires only this statement. Hence, something which I have highlighted in yellow seems to be the wrong one, and something in green seems to be the correct one. Here, with respect to example 2, this is also an example for syntax error. Excuse me. See, in this example 2, they have used x is equal to plus of x into y. The expression should be x plus equal to. This is augmented arithmetic operators. So this should be the correct expression. If this statement is given, it will not throw any syntax error. Sorry, this should be in green. This seems to be the correct one. This particular part, x plus equal to x into y, will be the correct one. So semantic means meaningless constructs. See here in this example, x into y equal to z. Mathematically, this statement, again I repeat, mathematically, according to mathematically the statement is right. The statement seems to be right. Statement is right. Whereas with respect to language, this is wrong. Language here, I mean Python language. With respect to language, this statement is wrong. Why? Equal to is an assignment operator. On the left hand side, I should be having only the variable. On the right hand side of the equal to, I can have a value or an expression. So here, this one z is equal to x into y seems to be the correct statement or correct constructor, whereas x into y equal to z is not a correct construct, and this is a wrong. So wrong is denoted using this yellow shade, and correct is using denoted using what is that green shade. So logical error. See, logical error is also hard to detect. All right. Let me give a simple example. See, a person is writing a program to subtract two numbers. All right. He is running the program two times or three times or four times. Every time he is getting the answer, but he is unable to detect it. It is not showing any syntax error or semantic error. The program is getting a run, you are getting the answer is not as expected by the particular person. When we deeply go to the program or we analyze the program, we will be able to see that the person, instead of subtraction, he would have given, that is, addition symbol. The only mistake, this C equal to A plus B is a correct statement. Whereas the other person, that is the person who is running the program, was expecting this particular statement, and he is running the program. His expectation is C equal to A minus B. This is not a syntax mistake. This is a logic mistake. The person on writing the code, he has wrongly typed plus symbol instead of subtraction. So this comes under logical error, and runtime error is the last type of error which we are going to see, and this is very hard to detect. Right? I am asking a person to write a program to divide two numbers. All right. If you ask me to give the input, now I'll be giving 5, 2. If I'm asking another person, he will be giving 17, 12. So 5, 2, now you are going to get the output as 2.5. 17 divided by 12, you are going to get the answer as 8.5. It is not at all a problem. When the problem arises, I am asking one more person to give the input. Right? I have to give two input. The person is giving 17 as the first input, and the same person is giving 0 as the second input. Here in division, again I repeat, since I was orally saying, in division, input 1, my first input, what I have given is 17. Asking the same person to give the second input, the second input, that fellow gives 0. At that time, you are cautioning the fellow, hey, you are not supposed to give 0. Then that fellow is saying, no, you asked me to give 2 input, I am giving this 2 input. Let us check what kind of answer the system gives. See, in the previous 2 instances, the system was giving the exact correct answer, what we have expected. That is, for 5 by 2 as well as 17 by 2, the system gave 2.5 and 8.5 respectively. Whereas when the third person gives the input as 17.0, you will be getting an exception. The system will raise an error, namely divide by 0 error. This is what the exception is. The meaning of divide by 0 is you cannot able to divide a number by 0, which is an infinite one, where the system will not be in a position to give the answer for it, and hence it throws this particular error. See, you do have some other errors like name error, index error. Index error, if I am having, I am trying to define a name. using a string or a list, name of 20, right? I am trying to enter a name which is more than 20 characters. I am trying to enter a name more than 20 characters. It is, I am defining something as, this is what index error is. When we try to move out of the index, that is, if I am trying to enter a name whose length is more than what I have defined. For example, if I have defined the list as 5, I am trying to enter 6 elements, then it throws the particular error named index error. We do have many more exceptions. Just to say in this chapter, we are discussing these things. Again, I repeat, the topics which has been completed in this debugging session are what is meant by debugging, that is how to correct the error, what are the types of error. The types of errors are namely compile time errors, in which we have seen syntax and semantic error, logical error we have seen, and then runtime error. I hope this topic is clear. Thank you.